Yo, what is up, guys? My name is TylaDubya, and today I'm here to teach you the K.I.M or the Hutch Squeak.
Now I'm here.
TylaDubya Beatbox channel.
Now, real quick, before I start teaching the sound, if you guys are ever curious to know what equipment I use to make my videos, from cameras to lighting to mic, I have links for all those products down in the description below, so go check those out if you're curious. Also, if this tutorial helps you out or you just want to be a kind human today, click that like button because that helps me out a lot. Also, if you're not subscribed already, you should consider subscribing. I upload a new beatboxing video every Thursday. Now, this sound is called the K.I.M or the Hutch Squeak because K.I.M and Hutch are two prominent beatboxers who began using this sound and kind of pioneered it. You might even catch me using this sound once in a while. And this sound is one that you can use to change up your fillers and add a little bit more variety to your routines. A few quick notes though about the sound before I get into actually teaching it. The first note about the sound is you can actually do it while breathing or without breathing and just by using pressure. Now the good thing with this is that means you can do this sound while humming, outward bass, inward bass, or you can just do it standalone. With breathing, you can just do it standalone like, which gives it a little bit more power. Or you can do the sound without breathing and just use pressure, which then you can overlay humming, outward bass, inward bass. With humming, with outward bass, with inward bass. One more thing to note about this is that the initial tongue positioning is very similar to that of the hi-hat. So if you do not know the hi-hat yet, I'll have a link for the description to my tutorial there, so go check that out and then come back here. And just like that, we are done with all the filler information. It is now time for me to teach the K.I.M or the Hutch Squeak. Now, even though I said to go watch that video, here's a very, very quick overview of the tongue positioning. So what you guys want to do is you want to take the tip of your tongue and you're going to put it on the roof of your mouth on that flat section right behind your two front teeth before your hard palate starts arching upwards. And you're going to put the tip of your tongue there and rest it. Now, the only thing different here from the hi-hat is that with the hi-hat, you're literally just using the tip of your tongue. But for the K.I.M or the Hutch Squeak, what you want to do is flatten the tip of your tongue out just a little bit. So this hand, real quick, is going to represent the roof of your mouth, and this hand is going to represent your tongue. Now, for the hi-hat, you have the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth like that. And what you want to do for this sound instead is you're going to flatten the tip out just a little bit more, and so you can get the sound down. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the quick tips section, the sound could be done with breathing or just by using pressure, so keep that in mind as we continue learning the sound. So once you got the tongue positioning down, the next step is going to be forcing air through the middle of your tongue to create the squeaking sound. Now, you can force this air out by just using pressure or by using your lungs, so keep that in mind as we go through. Both have their own uses and are very good to know. What I'm saying is that you should learn both of them. So if you take the tongue positioning and you apply pressure to force the air out, it's going to sound like... So one way that actually might be helpful in getting the sound is taking your hi-hat and then applying the steps I've taught you to kind of meld it into the squeak. So go like... So what I just did was I took my hi-hat, and then as I was doing my hi-hat, I flattened my tongue out a little bit and applied a little bit more pressure, and then refined the sound down by taking out the breathing and just doing pressure. Now, the last step to learning this sound is something you actually don't need, but it helps make the sound more pronounced, and that's going to be tightening your upper lip and tucking it in a little bit. Now, throughout this video so far, I haven't really been tucking my upper lip in. Now, I prefer to do it that way because it gives you a more pronounced sound, but I haven't been doing that because I haven't gotten to the step yet, so it was sounding like... But if you tighten your upper lip and you tuck it in a little bit, it's gonna go. You get a more powerful squeak. Yeah, that's about all there is to learning the sound. Let's get into some practice beats real quick. Now, for the practice beat today, I'm gonna do something a little bit differently, and I'm gonna have a metronome going in the background. So if you have a metronome, go ahead and set it to 140 beats per minute. Now, just to practice doing it with pressure, you can go ahead and add humming to this beat. Here's a beat that's actually a little bit more difficult than the first one, still at 140 BPM. So that's all there is to learning the K.I.M or the Hutch Squeak, guys. I hope this tutorial helped you guys learn the sound. If it did, click that like button because it helps me out a lot. But if you do have any comments, questions, or concerns, put them down in the comment section below and I will respond to those. If you guys know somebody who wants to learn this sound or is having trouble, please share this video with them because it just might help them out too. And if you're not subscribed already, you should consider subscribing so I upload a new beatboxing video every Thursday. And wait for it, you guys know the most important part. Have a good day.